Yo, and welcome to another VOD review. This guy or girl or whatever, is a Diamond 4 EO West player, which is actually gonna be interesting. I think Diamond 4 is probably gonna be the interesting VOD reviews, at least for me. He has a 55% win rate on OD, which isn't bad. He has kind of bad stats, though, I have to say. His CS per minute is good, but he dies a lot for the amount of kills he gets. It kind of indicates to me that you're just taking shitty fights. Now he has a lot of interesting games. I would say, right off the bat, this one looks very interesting to me. I would be very interested to see why he lost this game. His team comp isn't great, it isn't bad. I would say we snatched this gameplay as the AP gameplay, and then for the AD gameplay, this is a bit too bad. I think there's not a lot to learn, even though we can take a look if there is no other option. I also have to check real quick how deep his replays go. Okay, we have like all 20 last games. Guys, I think we have to take the 3 and 10 for the AD UD gameplay. I would say we start with the AD UD gameplay and then we hop into the Phoenix game. He seems to be mainly a Phoenix player, which makes sense. Alright, let me start up the gameplay and we're gonna hop right into it. If you guys... I apologize, it's very hot right now and I have my fan on and it might interfere with my mic a little bit, making me sound like a robot. Now, let's peep out the team comps. So, I am not gonna lie, this is such a cringy game. This is such a bad game for AD Udyr. Even though you have like a lot of AP, I don't know if Katarina's gonna go 80, by the way. Let me actually... That kind of annoys me now. But you have an AP champion top lane, you have potentially 80 AP mid lane, you have an 80 champion bot lane, so you don't actually lack 80 damage. It's not like these champions are just gonna stack MR, right? They're all squishy. Then we have a cannon that has a lot of range, a lot of CC, meaning a lot of utility that cucks you from just walking up and auto-attacking him. You have Kindred, who can hop over walls, save her teammates from your burst, so also bad for AD. I'm not saying Kindred is a good matchup for Phoenix either, but like in this specific setup, AD is even worse against Kindred. You have a ranged ADC with peel and mobility. You have a champion that's okay to play AD UD into, and then you have Pantheon, another champion that just CCs you and then goes into... You don't have an easy time just auto-attacking somebody here. Like right off the bat, I would say this is a hard game to pull off an AD UD. It really is. When it comes to the build, they always say 80% for me is the Ghostblade build and then 20% is Eclipse. I would say you go Ghostblade here because I don't think you're just gonna walk up to this team comp and auto attack them without any mobility. I think this is Ghostblade Trinity Force. Now I forgot what he built. I want to take a look at his runes, however. His runes, I already see that you have Water Walking second. That's already the first strike in my opinion. You have double adaptive, that's good. You should take haste, attack speed is kind of useless. And why do you have last stand as AD Udyr? Your entire gameplay is, I walk up to you, I give you 4 uppercuts, you're either gonna die or you don't die. Which is the best rune for that? Coop. This seems like a good option too, but it actually isn't. Cutdown is bad because by the time you walk up to champions, usually your AD already auto-attack them. So if you go Coop, you can just finish them off, basically. You burst them into low HP, your lightning is gonna have 8% more damage. Haste is better than attack speed. Udyr plays more for adaptive force in haste than he does for attack speed. Now you do go Trinity Force into Sterox Gauge into DD this game. I would probably still just go haste so I have a stronger early game. And then second rune page, Celerity Water Walking is bad for the reason that if you want to be sticky, right, this is a bad rune page. Because in order to be sticky with Celerity, you have to go into E to make use of the 7% movement speed boost, if that makes sense. It boosts your movement speed boosts, not your base. So if you want to be sticky with this rune, it really sucks, especially against the Kindred that kites. You kind of want to have approach velocity, my friend. I don't think that celerity water working does shit against Kindred. If Kindred is in a shitty position in the river, then you would kill her with approach velocity all the same. So keep that in mind. These runes are absolutely fine. This is garbage, this is garbage, this is garbage. Just right off the bat, the build is not good into this game either. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. Now, I want to see how you play the early game. You are active. So far, you don't ping anything. It's already second strike, I mean. Starts with W, whatever. Real quick here, I said this in the last gameplay, please ping your entrances so your team covers them. You should always cover the opposite side of your bot side, because there's potentially 3 people. Your bot can stand here, your teamo can stand here, you can stand here, and your top laner can stand here. Right? So don't walk bot side, you don't really care about counter invade, you just want to get to level 4 in the early game. You walk top side here, your team is covering, which is nice. Now, looking for the ward would be nice if you can, but you see Kindred here, I would already not give a shit. You saw her, right? Just real quick. Yeah, you did. You see Kindred here, so I would probably just not go for the ward, but I would also defend here. You do go for a play, which I don't understand at all. See, this is like... If you want to climb to Master mid LP, 200, whatever, I can already tell you that you kind of fucked yourself here for 0 reason. The one thing you should avoid, like water avoids oil, is taking a fight level 1. What you want is everybody for your team to stand there like little chess figurines. They just stand here, right? They just cover your entrances. You cover your entrance, and best case scenario, you get a ward on one of his camps. That is your goal in the first minutes before your camp spawn. So this is already completely bad, and you flashed. Now you have Phoenix, you're pathing into a Teemo. How is Teemo gonna carry this game? Yes, they have 3 auto attackers why he picked Teemo, but he can put a blind to them even if he's 1 in 10. I don't really see how you ganking Teemo here is gonna do shit, to be honest. Jinx is a hyper carry. Jinx can actually do something. Like, Jinx can mitigate some of the aches you have in your team comp. Start chickens. It's fine. How did you do the chickens? Hold up. Now we missed it again. Yeah, you do it correctly. You could have done a 3rd auto attack in your first R, by the way, it's more efficient. So you get the max value out of your 4-second aura. You smite Crux. You don't smite Crux, bro. The way you do Crux is you walk up in R aura, auto attack the big one. With your R auto attack, switch into Q, auto attack the big one 3 times in Q until your on hit is gone, auto attack the small croc in Q still without the on hit, then swap back to R, and this camp is gonna die. They're both gonna die at the same time, and you're gonna have 1 R auto attack for the mini ones while your R is still active, like your aura is still active and you instantly clear. So that's the mistake. You probably lost a 1.5 here. Now you don't have smite for this, you're already limping behind Kindred. Okay. You don't use Q2 on this. So the way you play this is you just do your 2 Q auto attacks. You have your W active, you walk up with Q so you have the attack speed. You do 2 Q auto attacks, 3 R auto attacks, and then R2 and walk out and it dies. Q2, like you slow your clear down. Like, this is already a rough clear in my opinion. Now see how like your entire clear is kind of offset already. Now you have your passive while it's full HP, when in reality, if you did it correctly here, you would walk here with half your passive bar, then start hitting this, and while it gets like to this HP range, you would get your passive, and then use your Q to enkite it towards your blue, saving another second or so, but... Yeah, this is bad. You're not even really gonna kite it, are you? A little bit. Since this is like a diamond lobby and you probably wanna hit master, fix your first clear, and your first... Honestly, fix your first 4 minutes of the game, you're probably already gonna hit master, I'm not gonna lie. That was bad. It might just be a bad game, but I'm just... That's all I have right now. Now lane states, you don't ping anything. But part of the reason why you don't ping anything is because you didn't play your first... This is again, Udyr in a nutshell. You didn't play your first 4 minutes correctly. Already. You played them so incorrectly that now mistakes can snowball into a loss. You don't have a ward in the enemy jungle. You played for an early fight. You don't have summoner. You are slow on your clear. Right? You have already a lot of things to fix here, in my opinion. You don't ping anything. Your team is diamond. They have no idea how jungle tracking works. If you don't do this for them, right, even if they ignore your pings, you should still do it. So Teemo is just gonna die here. What you should do, right, if you played it correctly, you would have had a ward on chickens. You would have seen that she didn't start chickens. You would know when she's topside because you put a late ward at minute 1 here that she can't clear. You would see that she's topside and you would ping your Teemo to ward this. If Teemo doesn't have a ward, which he doesn't, then Teemo could back off. You would at least give him the opportunity to work with information. Right now, you give him 0 tracking. So a lot of things went already horrible in your first 4 minutes. Horrible. And that's not me to flame you. Now, you know that Kindred is probably going to play for Crab. You know that Kindred is probably going to play for Crab. And I don't think that Kindred knows that you're topside right now, before you showed here. Why do you not just sit in this bush? Question. Why do you not just sit in this bush? Yes, she's full HP for level 4, but if she walks into your melee range, you have a good shot at killing her with water walking. I mean, this is your rune setup, right? So, you are late. Fine. Teemo's gonna die here. The crab is spawning in 5 seconds, so... Let's be honest, now you showed. Now, like, your cards are revealed right now. What you want to do is revealed. Just by walking up to mid lane for a play that is 50% probably out of tilt. Your play is revealed. Your cards are... Like, you play with open cards, right? If you just stayed in this bush and AFK'd and took it slow, not only would you be on the crab right now, while Kindred is walking here, meaning... How many seconds is that? 5 seconds? You would have already killed this. If you want to take the crab, right? Option 1. Option 2, if you want to play for the fight, you could have played for the fight. You know that Kindred doesn't have lens and she wanted somewhere on the map here. Which, of course, you can't know, but I'm just saying that you could just play for the bush here. You have water walking celerity. Why are we playing for mid lane a Tristana with flash W into a Katarina that has 0 CC? So now you give Mark, right? Does she already have a mark from top? Yeah, now she has 2 marks already. You could have at least denied her 1, if not 2 if you pinged correctly. Now you're gonna farm this, okay. Now we are looking bot side. Your Nami is somewhat low, they have awesomes. This is an okay play, but your chickens are gonna spawn soon. So if you take this play, you need to know with the 100% certainty that you do something here. Because you might be locked on the map because you have to contest your chickens. Because this play is gonna take the time for your chickens to spawn. 2 options here. You can go back, you can go some long swords or whatever you wanna build, right? And then contest your chickens and then gank. Or you can take this gank if you think it's guaranteed. I don't think it's guaranteed at all because their bot then has all sums, so I think it's a waste of time as a matter of fact. Let's see how it plays. You walk behind, they don't know that you're here. So you're in a good position, you get sums. But that's it. Best case scenario, Pantheon flashes. Worst case scenario, you die. Yeah. Now, is Kindred gonna punish you and take your chickens? I wonder. No, she isn't, because she's a bad player. If you play against the master player, your chickens are gone. If you play against a decent master player, let's be honest, yeah. Your chickens are gone and Kindred is gonna have a feast. Now, you're back. You have obviously now, because you fucked up your first 4 minutes so bad that you have a horrible back compared to Kindred. But keep in mind here, Udi is still very good at 1v1ing with the 3 items you have right now, with the 3 components. So you got their sums. I would not gank this, by the way. Your pathing is already a complete disaster, but I would not gank bot lane here. That's good. Don't gank mid lane either. It's a Tristana. So, it's funny. It's funny, actually, what's happening here to me. This is funny. So, you ping your Katarina back, right? Your Katarina is actually a good player, because she walks here knowing that Kindred mark is up and Kindred is bot side, and you might be able to 2v1 her. She shows here. Pause. What happened? Why did she not E? You just activated the stance. You have the global cooldown. Hold up. I need to see this. I need to see this in normal speed. So here, mentally, you play for Kindred checking the chickens, right? Because she's stronger than you. She can just check it and walk back, right? That's what you play for mentally here. You have to, right? Now, you're probably not just gonna kill her in 3 auto attacks right now. You're gonna burst her down. You should hug this and wait for a few seconds. Because your Katarina gives you vision here. And look how low she is. Katarina could just jump over here. Now you are just walking into her vision. You are in R. Obviously your stances are up. Katarina can gap close this if you're stunned here. See, this is just like a misunderstanding of how Udi's kit works. Like, yes, you want to get your Q autos off if you can guarantee a kill. But if you can't guarantee a kill with your own damage because of her mobility, then why do you not stun her so Katarina has a longer period of time where she can deal damage, and then you use your Q2 instantly after the stun? This way she's just gonna walk. She doesn't have any restraints of mobility here. You would have killed this here if you stunned. Because Kindred is a little dog. That was sad. Because Kindred just gifted you an opportunity that you missed by micro gameplay. You just used the wrong abilities. Now you're limping behind. You have 3 long swords, no vision. Crab is spawning. Kindred did not go back. We can't really know that. Pantheon is topside. Teemo is going back. Now, realistically what you do here is you take this camp, go back and try to do dragon. Let's see what you do. Bro, realistically, even if Pantheon is not, you're gonna get fisted by top and mid. Potentially. Yes, his wave is crashed, but this guy could just take these 3 and catch you somewhere here. Teemo is a Narnia, he has nothing to lose. This guy might get ganked. Like, what you do here is, in my opinion, because now you are significantly weaker. If she backed right now, she is sitting on 1000 gold. This might be like almost her item completed. She would just smoke you here. You should go back, ping that Kindred is topside, give the grubs, because you're not in a position to contest everything now. And play for either bot lane gank, walk up here, stand in a bush, maybe try to do something with her ghost cooldown, or take dragon and her bot side. Who got it? She did. Yeah, you might say team diff, but I say Uli diff here, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say jungle diff, because like you just made a stupid decision. Teemo is in base. Teemo is in base. You don't really have anybody to help you here, and you are behind. Now you respawn. You show on the map again. I don't understand this. Like, why do you show here? Like, what do you show for here? What is Katarina half HP level 5 gonna do in this? She just wants to wait for this to push so she can take the minions. If you stayed off vision here, listen what you could have done. You could have walked into her jungle, take all her camps. If she comes here, jumps over the wall and wants to take her wolves by that time, you would just kill her here. One-shot her here, or force flash, right? If that's not the case, you could take her camps, look for a dive, probably not the best play right now, or just force dragon with your bot lane it's pushed in. Instead, what you do here is something that a lot of people underestimate. You show on the map You show where you are, you show how much CS you have, you show what items you have. You give away all your info for 0, for fun. Like, you are never gonna do anything here. Never. Never, never. Her board side is completely open. Now this play is kind of jeopardized already, because you showed. A good jungler would ping for her bot side here. You're glad that she's bad. She would ping for her bot side, Pantheon comes and probably smokes you. With Kai'Sa ult. Like, look how lucky you are that Pantheon doesn't just... like, look how lucky you are in this situation that Kindred is bad and dies to Teemo somehow for fun in a 1v1. Pantheon, instead of walking like this to bot, then he walks straight without checking the bot side buffs, even though he has nothing to do. And the sad thing is... the sad thing is... Water. If you would consistently play against good junglers, you would have a 20% less win rate. And this is not an exaggeration. You don't get punished for doing something stupid, and you can punish them doing something stupid. Okay, you take the camps here too late, but that's fine. Now you can't play Dragon. Now you do in full clear. I really hope you do just a full clear into Grubs here. Full clear back into Grubs or something. Now, you know that Kindred is probably gonna greed for the mark. She is infinitely stronger than you here. Infinitely. You kite into Dragon. What? Okay, just thinking here, okay? I know that she probably wanna hit Master. Just... even if Pantheon is not here and Kindred just wants to fuck with you because you took her entire bot side and she's unemployed right now and just wants to do something. What do you kite into right now? Why do you not kite towards your team? If you kite towards Nami, she has a shorter way to walk to you here, you bubble you, and you can actually secure... What you do here is just stupid. You gifted this. I'm not saying that you could have gotten your Crux, but you would be full HP, have your red buff, walk topside, take Crab potentially, take her topside, take Grubs, maybe do something topside with Teemo. You see what I mean? Like, this is just such a fat thinking mistake. Such a fat thinking mistake. Look at your map. Jinx base, Nami base. She's under the turret. Can't do much against the Tristana as a broken pick. Your bot lane Crux are marked. You took her entire jungle without her knowing, obviously, because nobody contested you. So, the natural conclusion what Kindred is gonna do here is threefold. Either she's gonna force Dragon, which you can't contest. She's gonna go topside, which you can only contest after you take your camps and confirm that. Or she's gonna contest your Crux, which is the 3th objective. None of these 3 options that Kindred has right now should make you kite into this. This is kiting into death. This is like Kindred just sending you a PayPal donation. Quick win trade. You get the red buff because Kindred is a dog, but here you take a topside, right? Good. Good. This is good. Yeah, Nami is here, but I mean, this is a good play what you do right now. I agree with that. Take her Crux too. Just at this point, bro, you're 0-3. You're Mickey Mouse dear. You might as well just greed for shit. And don't gank top lane. It's a cannon with... okay, he doesn't have anything up, but don't gank this shit. Go Crab. That's not bad. That's not bad. You have passive. Don't use your passive on this. Good. Now, I don't know if you can path like this because of Tristana. I think, honestly, you give the blue buff. You walk here, you take your Grump, Wolves, and go back and do the pussy way. Or, you give blue buff. You take Grump, Wolves, walk top lane, and try to counter the Kindred gank on top. Because he is pushing with 0 HP. These are your 2 options here. I don't think that you can walk this way. Because Tristana is gonna intercept you and she's really strong right now. And Kindred is too. You don't win this fight. Look at you guys. You're 0-7 combined, bro. Come on. Give the blue. I wouldn't even smite battle this, to be honest. Hey, somehow Kindred dies here. No idea how Kindred dies here, by the way. Without trolling. Unironically. She has She used W for fun already earlier. She has no E, but she's gonna get W up. If she just kites this and waits for her Tristana, you all die here, and she gets grubs, but she just melees you. Horrible play, but it works out. Quite honestly, my angle here, full clear and back. Or like top side quadrant. I wouldn't even go to the grubs. You have way too much gold right now. And you're way too behind in items. You can literally full clear here. You're like unemployed. This, I mean, I didn't know it's just one grub, but why would you not just, instead of taking this useless one grub, take your 2 bot side camps and go back and have like better tempo? You can still do it, but like now Kindred has time to walk into your bot side and she's strong, so she's gonna contest. See how you're like just limping behind Kindred for fun? This is a very long game. And again, think about it like this. If Kindred had 5%... If Kindred would be competent even only to 5%, she would not die here. She is in 3 people. She is inting. She is inting. Give the kill to Jinx though. Good. So you have nothing to do here. You could take a Grump technically, but I would take the back here, I think. You're just on the map with nothing. Yeah. See, compared to the gold player we had the last gameplay, I think you do way too much dicking around, bro. These plays are just not high value plays. You could have at least taken her Grump if you want to do anything on the map right now. Now you walk 2 HP into her jungle. How does she die here? It's actually a joke, bro. Like, this gameplay makes me more mad about how bad this Kindred is than anything else, but it's good for you. She should never die there. Just giving away her entire game. Let's see what she do with it. My angle here, honestly, full clear. There's not, like, I don't care about the mid fight. I don't care about the Herald. I don't care about anything. I would just full clear into Dragon. Personally. Let's see if you get a kill here. You do. That is okay. Now I would skip my Grump and just walk bot side, to be honest. To be on time with my Dragon. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you thinking right now? Kindred had over a minute to farm and she has not been seen since then. So she's farming, right? Unless she's AFK, she's farming right now. So her camps are gone. Your entire team is kilometers away from you. Your bot side jungle is up and Dragon is spawning. Kindred is gifting the game to you right now. And you just walk into her jungle to die? What could even be here right now? No, that is really horrible. Like, I could literally end the gameplay, the replay here, because this is just like... It's just like int into int into int. From both sides. Like, look, now you lose your top side. Because you're not prioritizing the fact that you already punished mistakes. Also, don't build pink wards, please, guys. Never build a pink ward. Peter, I don't know what the heck you're doing, brother, but... This ain't it, man. So you lose your top side blue buff. You lose the opportunity to just clear your bot side and play on Dragon. With more gold and more XP. You die for nothing. And now you take another shit fight. This is another flip. You just... this is the definition of flip. What you're doing right now. Every fight you're taking is just flip. You get an assist here. Enemy team is flipping. This is how you... And I know it sounds really harsh. But I have to be. This is how you are stuck in Diamond. Really. This is why Diamond lobbies seem hard to you and hard to carry. Your bot side has been up for 3 minutes now, bro. Jinx and her team would have literally killed them even if you just AFK from here. Fine. It's okay, you help them still. It's not a bad thing. Right, again, build. If you had like my build here, you would be also significantly stronger against their team comp in my opinion. Runes you have to work on. This is an auto. I have like this is autopilot. This is complete autopilot what you're doing. You don't think about your decisions. You know how long your bot side has been up right now? Probably fucking 4 minutes. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And you just keep on dying when the enemy team is up and nobody is bot side to even help you. Even if your bot lane would move here, it's bad. It's a bad play. They have to push on mid lane. They have CS on mid lane. Jinx is your only chance on winning this accursed game. All you have to do here is take your jungle. Maybe take the bot wave. Just take a chill pill. Get your items. And look for opportunities. This is rough to watch, Peter. I'm not gonna lie. You might just be a Phoenix player, which is fine. And I'm not here to like shit talk, of course. I'm like just really being harsh because like this is not even diamond level audio gameplay. At least when it comes to AD. And that sounds really harsh, but so far you did so many mistakes. If I just saw this gameplay, I unironically would think this is like silver or something. And this is no hate. But your AD Uda just ain't that good. And your decision making as a jungler is really weak too. So Kindred took your bot side, now you're limping behind again. Even though Kindred plays like a pig, by the way. I see how you can slip up here. I probably would slip up here too. Because it's a heat of the moment type of thing. But as soon as you see this, why do you switch into Q? You E2 the fuck out of here. You see 3 people in front of you ready to shoot your face off. You're half HP. You don't go into Q. This is autopilot as fuck, bro. You're probably Omega tilted right now. Is what I assume, and that's why you play the way you play. And this is a long-ass gameplay again. I don't know how I can format these videos a little bit better, but this is just how it is right now. I don't understand what you're doing right now. Just take your camps. Like, you haven't, like... I just don't understand this. You have, like, no overview over the game anymore. You're, like, completely lost now. Completely headless chicken. I don't think there's gonna be anything even worth talking about here anymore. Like, we talked about the main issues you have with your gameplay. You have a bad setup, first of all. You are fighting early game. You're not prioritizing your camps and enemy camps. You're not prioritizing objectives because you don't prioritize your camps and enemy camps. You're just always limping behind the enemy. The entire game, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to play Udyr like he's Lee Sin. That's the issue. Don't play Udyr for his strengths, where you can just take enemy camps, force objectives, make the enemy jungle weak while making yourself strong. This is why you lost this game. Plus, of course, this build, the setup you have is not great. Trinity Force, are you really just gonna walk up to a Kindred and auto-attack a Cannon, a Tristana? You should probably be Phoenix here, first of all, because these champions are not gonna build hella resistances, they're all squishy. But also, if you wanna go AD, you should go the appropriate build, which is GB here. You can't just walk up to them with any build and auto attack. Like, there's only 2 viable AD Udyr builds right now. That is Ghostblade Trinity Force or Eclipse Stridebreaker. So we can wrap this up. There is nothing to talk here anymore. Like, if you win or lose this game, it has nothing to do with how you play jungle. So we are not gonna even waste time on that. And I'm sorry if I sound harsh, but I have to be. I have to be harsh. Because this is just like... You have so much to improve in this gameplay. So much to improve in this gameplay. It's actually ridiculous. And shit like this happens, bro. I'm not gonna beat a man while he's down. Shit like this happens. But my god, do you have a lot to improve here. This was... And I'm just gonna say it how it fucking is, bro. This was silver level AD Udyr gameplay. If that. That was horrible. That was just bad gameplay in general. Okay? And I understand, you might have been tilted. Okay, this is the same day. You might have just been tilted out of the bazoo. Now I'm thinking, do we want to see this gameplay? Where he had a mental reset, or do we want to see this gameplay? Team disparity, it says here. Do we want to see a team disparity or a team disparity? Where did you do better? I assume you did better in this one. You're second place this game? Let's see this gameplay then, guys. We're gonna watch this gameplay. Let's go over the runes real quick. You have the right first tree. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is good, I think. No, it's not good. Not against this team comp. Against this team comp, like, I go green tree into team comps where I don't need mobility at all. Right? You can say celerity, waterworking, or approach velocity and magical footwear. Magical footwear and approach velocity better at chasing, but they both do the same thing, essentially. Right? I would probably go approach velocity here. They have an ADC that kites. They have Kane that can kite. They have mobility. This guy can kite with his E, and this is the only champion where green tree makes sense. So the build setup is a bit bad, but quite honestly, this is not... Like, you would not lose the game because of that. You would not lose the game because of that. Now, let's see the gameplay, though. It's 11-5-16, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, bro, it sounds like I'm just bashing. I'm not bashing. I'm just like, I have to hammer this into your head. This was horrible. Okay, this was like... I don't know if you were tilted or whatever. I don't know if you play like this every game. That's why we give you like the benefit of the doubt that you can play a Phoenix UD lobby, because maybe that is your strength. But overall, this was rough. And I think that's fair to say. I think that's fair to say that this was a rough game. Now the replay is being a bit buggy. Hold up. I'm gonna try to fix it real quick. But yeah, let me see if this gameplay would work, or if it's just the client itself. It's the gameplay. That's interesting. So this gameplay works. The other gameplay doesn't. Okay. No? Some reason Riot doesn't like this gameplay. There we go. We're on the right scene. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. This is your strength. This is like your element, okay? You're an alligator in the swamp right now. Because you're a Phoenix player, it seems. So we are up against Kane. Not hard at all, in my opinion, for Neo Udyr. Vayne, of course, is really hard if she gets fed. Mordekaiser is gonna have a shitty ass time top lane, I'm not gonna lie. Their bot lane scales really hard. Your bot lane is not bad either. Very aggressive, honestly. You have two options here, in my opinion. And I can tell you which option I like more for this approach, for this game. You have option A, trying to make sure that Vayne doesn't get strong enough to just carry the game against you and Mordekaiser, because you only have one option against her, which is Kiana, which is good, but you don't know if she's gonna get fed to deal with Vayne. Option B, ignore topside for the most part, not for the entire game, but for the most part. And you try to get your bot lane ahead, so Brian can just throw a fat R combo into the enemy team, and while Vayne is invisible, she's gonna be half HP, and you can just throw your R2 into, which is, in my opinion, the preferred approach to this game. Okay? Like, I think if your bot lane is strong, then Vayne being strong doesn't matter that much. That's my opinion. Now, again, I'm not gonna repeat this too often, but ping your team back when they want to invade, and ping your team to cover your entrances. And if they don't, they don't. But don't invade with them. This is already, like, the same mistake you're gonna make in the ADHD game. What you do here is this. You stand here. You try to get your team to stand here, here, and here. Brand is already not participating in this shenanigans. This is already bad. You try for your team to cover your entrances. This is your game plan in the first 4 minutes. You try to get vision on this or on this, but this is a 5% chance of ever succeeding. You can only do this if they all invade you from topside. Other than this, you wait here until minute 1 or 105. You walk like this, you hug the wall, you walk in and you ward this. Now he warded this, which you could have seen if you stand in this bush, but you don't. Instead, you play for 0 info right now. This is already bad. You invade. Tell me you place the wards here. Okay, I'm mad confused, bro. I am mad confused. You get the opportunity to ward one of his jungle sites for free, and you just walk out. What do you save the ward for? Fucking Christmas? Santa Claus? No way, Jose. Now you start chickens again. It seems like you're just an autopilot player, bro. I'm no hate, but you start chickens. What is your game plan here? I'm saying that ganking top lane is not bad, but I'm just seeing a pattern. I'm just seeing a pattern of you just doing the same thing every game, and you don't have any free will. You're like in the Matrix. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's cringe, but you're basically like just listening to your team. Again, 3 auto attacks, right? So you get the max out of your first R. This is why it's so wonky here. You're gonna smite this again, I assume. Yeah, this is bad. Keep smite for red buff. Okay. Now again, if you had the ward on his blue buff, you can give information to your team. Ping, 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 ping. Kayn is top lane. If you want to be a pick and die to my info, then do it. But you do your best, okay? You do your best. You give info. You panic your team. So here's something that's just unfortunate, and that's something you just can't really control. But that's also why I probably wouldn't have pathed into a counter matchup for top lane. Mordekaiser just took a shit fight and died. She doesn't have sums. You might be able to punish this. No way, Jose. Do you get this kill here? Oh, Peter, what the fuck? Get you level 4, bro. Like, look, the wave, like, you would be top lane right now with E. The wave is still totally gankable. Why do you cripple yourself so much every game? Stop listening to your dumbass teammates, bro. He's just tilted that he lost 1v1, that's all. That's why he pings you, because he wants instant gratification. Oh, I need to kill Vayne now, because... Now she is gone. Because you're so late, bro. Peter, you're gonna make it to Emerald before you make it to Master like this. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to be that guy, but... Now... You don't have info on Kayn. Right, other than that he just ganked bot side. I think from your POV what you should have done here is check this. And then he would have checked this and he said, oh, chickens are not up. Oh, he must have started red buff. Info. Okay, he started red buff. Now I know that when I do my chickens, he does his red buff next time. What you do instead, you just autopilot walk bot side to this play because you see, oh, there's 3 people low. Let me try something here. Maybe you get kills, maybe they're bad, but again, you're just playing for them being bad and not you being good. Ay, Peter, this is no bueno. So, you had 2 options here, in my opinion, and you took the one thing that is not an option and made it your option. Your first option was to check chickens, which is the right play because you want to play into his jungle and take his camps and make yourself stronger. Your second option, okay, let's talk about first option first actually. You check this, chickens are not here. 2 things you can do from this. You can walk to your chickens to secure them in case Kayn sees you here somehow. Or you press instantly back, you have 28 CS and you buy your Fated Ashes. This is your 2 options. Going bot then here is trolling. You play... the reason why it's trolling, and now also another thing, but let me say this first. The reason why this is trolling is because you play for the enemy team being garbage instead of yourself being good. If you are confident in how strong AP Udi is right now, because wait for the nerfs, bro, this shit is gonna get fucking smoked like a brisket. You're playing for the enemy team just griefing, instead of yourself just making good plays on the map. You know what I mean? You could have been back right now, you could have had Faded Ashes, and you could turbo clear your bot side. Instead, you're limping behind, like in the last gameplay. But with Phoenix Udi, it's way less punished if you're limping behind. Okay, you're now on the map without items. You're stuck, now you have to clear. Okay, so this is bad. This is not good, Peter, because, listen, brother. You can full sequence your jungle right now into Crab. Kayn has a horrible setup against you. He didn't even back right now, which you don't know, but it's fine, even if he backed, right? He has a bad setup to kill you. You're taking one of his camps is not good here. You want to full sequence, you don't have items. If you get caught here, in a master lobby, if there was a random ward here, or Rel just walks here for fun, or Kayn pings you, you lose the game from this. Game-losing mistake. You are dicking around so much, it's actually crazy. You get a kill here because Smolder is bad, not because you are good. And I know that sounds so flamey, but it's like, I'm just telling you one Udi main to another. Now you're on the map, it's minute 6. You have 1.9k gold. No items to Dragon. Top side up, bot side cleared. If you're lucky, you can do a full rotation here after this. You can base. Your bot side should be spawning and you can do a full clean rotation into your top side jungle unless Kayn is a real human and takes your top side, which in a master lobby your top side is gone. If you go Grump, you're trolling, by the way. Peter, you're a troll. You're a troll. This is your time to reset. Like, you can still full clear from top side to bot side and secure all your camps with items and maybe even kill Kayn. Taking his Grumpy is irrelevant. You just heard that he did his grubs too. If you instantly reset, you kill him on your Grump if he tries to contest that. So, pause for everybody. He is now on the map with 2.2k gold. No item at minute 7. You know how much weaker you are? You're probably a third as strong as you should be right now with your items that you have in gold. Now, because you took his Grump and you fucked your own sequencing again, now you are stuck on the map with all your camps up. Oh, I better take all these camps here. Okay, look how slow you take them. Okay, now you don't even full clear. Now your Krug is gonna spawn off timer, which is fine if you do one thing here. If you clear from top to bottom, your Krugs might spawn by the time you are done clearing. Maybe. I mean, you're gonna clear really fast now with the items you buy. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you backed so late that maybe now going a Darkseer would be useless. Somehow Kayn lets you farm your top side still, by the way. That is the thing that should shock you in this gameplay. He could have taken your top side 3 times here. Like, not actually, but 3 times in worth in time. Now you're just chasing, dicking around again. Okay. You're full clearing here, I hope. This is your full clear window. Nope, you're going back to dicking around. Oh, nope, you don't want to do this play. You want to do this play? Which one is it? You don't want to do this play, Peter. You want to farm. Whether your top laner that is right now 0 and 1 with a wave pushed is playing for poke under the turret on a Vayne is not your concern. If this guy just survived the lobotomy and plays top lane is not your concern. You play for your good plays. What you do here, instead of dicking around and walking topside for 3 seconds, is you just full clear. If you see Kayn top lane, oh, guess what? I'm taking your camp spot side now. Maybe force a fight with my bot lane in their jungle and take a shutdown. Because Milio is not that strong right now. And Brandon, you have good components. The fact that you walk top lane actually pisses me off, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You might get kills here, but this is just like... This actually pisses me off. This is such bad gameplay. And listen, I don't say this to flame you. I just really want you to improve. I have to hammer this home. If you didn't go top, you would have his entire bot side, because you would have done boom boom, right? Like literally a whole minute ago now. Boom boom, skip your chickens, boom boom boom, chickens, red buff, Crux, maybe crab, maybe back, maybe bot side gank. What you do instead is take this, walk here, walk back, walk here, take this, walk here, get a kill, go back. You probably wasted like 20 seconds doing nothing. Now you walk into his jungle, now you walk mid lane. Now you walk into his jungle. Now you take his blue buff because game is not clearing. See, all these plays that you are doing, by the way, only work in a vacuum where Kayn is a horrible player. And that's the only option you have. If Kayn would be a good player, his jungle would be clean right now, and your jungle would be clean too. You would be shaved, basically. Now, you win this mainly because Odi is OP and Kayn is stupid. See, as to like the last VOD with the gold player, where I can say this guy actually played well, but he has like some things to improve. You have a lot to improve, bro. So here... Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Don't go grubs, you're too low. Topside is pushed in and Kayn just backed. You have to give grubs now and probably take dragon. Kayn might pay for this. You're not healing from camps. Like, what are you doing? You're just walking left, right, and center. Like, can you just decide to do something? You walk back for awards. And now you're half HP on this and on vision for enemy team. Imagine you wouldn't play Udyr here. Imagine you're Amumu. You're just a Narnia. You're still a Narnia. Not even with the broken Udyr you do something here. While your bot side and top side and grubs are up, by the way. Just FYI, you would have feared while clearing. Now, just FYI too. If Kayn is a human, he takes your bot side too. He takes both. He takes your fucking lunch money and your fucking playground girlfriend. Like, literally. Now what you do here is please walk into his jungle and take his camps. Nice. Not nice. I'm so sad. What is this play? Even if you kill here, it's bad. It's bad thinking, because you would kill Kayn in his jungle by taking his resources while denying him getting grubs. Yes, that's like, it seems like so cool, right? That's why I always say, I don't care if you post in my server, or like in any server, with a pity screenshot. Look how good my CS and my kills are, and look how bad my team is. You, like, this is how most people play. You're not playing efficiently. Is this a horrible play? No. Could you have done way more? Yes. Now they're just inting. That's fine. Kayn loses the fight mid lane and walks into you and dies. Now if Kayn is human, that doesn't happen, of course, but he isn't, which is fine. And you're still gonna get his top set. You're not gonna get the grubs anymore, which is okay. This is fine, zoning her a little bit. And now you go into your full sequence, I hope. Clear full sequence, no herald, no bullshit. Just a full clear, beautiful full clear. Bot mid lane dies. Oh, so what? A beautiful full clear, right? Kayn is gonna take your bot side, but this is all big part of why you don't get to full clear is literally just because you take these fights where you take a kill and then you just waste your entire tempo. Like, your camps are just up for way too long. This is decent, I think. If you kill and leave, that's fine. Rat is here, W2. Oof. But you know what this is, Pizza? This is champion diffy. This is what we call champion diffy. Your champion is so strong that even though you fuck up everything, you still get to play and do shit like this just because Udyr is so strong right now. That's fine. I don't mind this at all. Crux and B and you are like still super strong into the game. Yeah, you can take chickens. But then back and ping your team back too if you don't want to take the fight. You just don't ping. You just don't ping at all. Now you do, but now the play's like already happening for like 5 seconds. You have to literally micromanage your team. This is like a strategy game and your teammates are just your units, literally. You can drop an R2 into them there. This is not good. I can tell you what I would have done here. Where are you? I love the replay. I can tell you what I would have done here if you want. Walking up. See Smolder here. I walk into this. Because these are just 3 weak champions right now. I would have walked into this and just dropped a fat R2 on them. And that would take like another quarter of everybody's HP. Approximately. And then with this good R2, good passive usage, if they want to still fight, you just kill everybody. But instead you play it safe here. Okay. They go into your center. You obviously can't Q2 because he has ult. It's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not good, you know? And I'm not even saying your Phoenix is bad, but it's... This is gonna sound so mean, but I think you're winning a lot of games just because of Udyr being strong right now. And of course, that goes the same for all of us, but... more so for you, because like you just don't play Udyr correctly, or jungle. But again, that's why we're here. We're here to learn and to get better. And that's why we watch replays. I'm harsher to me than I'm to anybody I do VODs, by the way. Let's look at this logically. So, we see Smolder, right? Because he's on vision already, if you guys don't believe me. We see Smolder. We see these two in a second. We see them now. Now we see, okay, there's 2 people here. There's 3 people on me. There's 1 person dead and the rest of my team is topside. I'm in a 1v3 right now. Yes, I'm strong. Let's see how you play this. And I'm actually gonna put it in slow-mo. You kite into Smolder. You use your W2, which is fine-ish. But quite honestly, I think an R2 would have maybe even like done more here because they would have just been scared. But overall, W2 or E2 are probably optimal here because you want to get out. You don't want to fight this. You're not going to kill them. 1v3. Stun. Cancel your stun auto. Ease. Cringy auto attack. Now you're already dead. Yeah, so how you play it is you woke up, you see that they're here, you probably E2 out into this direction away from Smolder, or you R2 and try to walk out, which is possible, but they have so much CC that you probably have to E2 it. And in the first place, you have nothing to do here, by the way. You're not gonna 1v3. You're lucky. Your top lane is Inting, but Vayne is actually not that fat right now. We're getting to the part of the game where it's like not even that important what happens. You get 2 kills. You build Darkseer. When did you build Darkseer, bro? Just now? You just got 2 stacks. I think you literally just bought it now. Unless you, I mean, you died, so I don't know. Build it earlier. It gives you health and AP, it's really good. You can take this. Your Kiana's farming your jungle. See, this I don't understand at all, bro. This is like one of these auto-play situations that I just don't understand at all. And again, the only reason why you live here is because Udyr is broken. Any other champion just dies there for fun. You get your bot side jungle. Your goal right now should probably to look for a fat fight with your brand. If that's a possibility. This is not good. You don't have anybody who's like relevant here. I mean, you have Senna, but I mean, it's Senna support and you have Mordekaiser with Trilers, you're just walking up. I don't think this is a great fight. In theory. You don't have passive. You don't ping anything either though. Communication skills have to improve, bro. That was not bad. You got a nice R2 here, but he's gonna clean up. Ugh. This whole fight, like if you think about it, this fight started when the cards were on in the enemy team's favor already. The fight started with you having to burn your Awaken on W without your brand being in the fight. Then your team fighting while you don't have Awakening pressure. Them getting chunked and losing HP. Then your brand walking in when everybody is weak. And then you guys all die. But again, this is more like less OD and just more like League of Legends. That here. You're still winnable. I mean, this is still absolutely winnable. Your brand is not behind and you both will deal a lot of damage. And Kiana actually has a free pick on their carries because they're gonna build magic resistance. So you're in a pretty lucky position. Yeah, okay. Dragon is spawning. Now you're not like necessarily looking for like anything right now. In this sense, I think what you do is you just farm and play for Dragon at this point, because like you can't force a play necessarily. Like again, your early mid-game hounds you still. You could have closed out the game already. Kane would have been absolutely useless. Let's slow this down a bit. You know what the issue is? And this is probably why a lot of people do pity posting on the UD mains and other servers with good scores and bad teammates. You let the enemy jungler exist. You literally let him exist for fun by your pathing. He would be like an item down right now if you played the early game correct, and you would never have to use your W2 here. But it's fine, you guys clean up. You can do Dragon Nash here most likely, unless she just gets a Penta here. Yeah, okay. I mean... yeah, okay, just take Dragon, Gobby. You can do Nash, of course, but... that means that the enemy team is gonna get Dragon and gets to scale 5 minutes longer. That's the issue. I think it would have been better to just take Dragon and then fight on Nash or something. Now you do the opposite. Like if they get Dragon, they just get to scale for 5 minutes. They would never take Nash here. This is not bad. I don't really understand the Jugshot purchase here, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really get it. It's not bad. It's not bad, but if you think about it, you play against 2 champions who deal max HP true damage, 1 champion that deals max HP damage with armor pen. So if you're tanky here, you have to play frontline. And if you play frontline, you have to tank their DPS. And if you have to tank their DPS, you die. What I would have done here is I would have went Leandris, DMP, Magi's, and Riftmaker, and I would just play for big R2s. Oh, but I know this guy, I think. Freddy the Beast? I think I know this guy. Anyways. Because then you don't have to play like a tank, you can play like a mage. Hold up, I need to see what happens here. Something is already extremely weird. So, you jump in. Kane is on your Kiana. Your Kiana doesn't have ult. Mordekaiser is sitting here. He doesn't have ult. He's gonna get poked by both ADCs. Of course, you can't see this all in 1 second, but just like leading up to this play, you should track that. Your brand is out of position and unable to do anything here. So this is a lost fight, by the way. This is a lost fight already. The position is horrible. Only thing you can do here is play for Dragon and B. You get the Dragon and die. That might be... oh, it's just like one of these situations where like if you played for like... If you played harder for the dragon and less for like walking up and dealing damage, you might have been had enough survivability to just flash the wall. They die here, and I don't really want to like go over teammate mistakes too much, because it's more about like what can we learn as OD players from these games, you know. Okay. There's like not too much to say anymore. I mean, it's literally just a bad early mid game, but you're still fat, so it doesn't matter that much. If you play against the smolder, you don't want to stand in front of the minion wave. I mean, behind the minion wave or behind the frontliner, because it sounds a little bit like counterproductive, but you kind of want your squishies to melee to be the front line against Smolder, because they can poke him while he pokes them. But if you stand here, then you're just gonna poke your team behind you, because like he's gonna Q you and the spread is gonna fall onto everybody. So you kind of want Brand and Senna to stand here and just auto attack and use abilities on him instead of you and Mordekaiser frontlining. Okay, we're gonna slow this down. I saw like a lot here already. So again, you're dragging the thing, you're walking up, you're gonna get another smolder spit. Okay, you guys are like half HP, no Vayne is coming. So, logically speaking here, just realistically, Kayn is dead, fine. But you guys are half HP against Vayne with Flash ult. Realistically, even if Katarina's bot side and Rel dies here, you're gonna die. Realistically. Vayne is gonna have a field day here with you guys. She flashes in. Plays like a... Okay. You know what? Maybe you know this Illa better than me. If Vayne just played on range and like shoots you guys here, you all die in my opinion. Even if Katarina's not on you, but... I mean, good for you, it still worked out in your favor. She played it like shit, she just flashed into 4 people. You get inhib here, she gets inhib bot side. That means that they have a bit easier time doing Nash now. These are way too long, guys. I have to find like a way to make them shorter. 1 hour is a bit long. Is there still stuff to learn here? Let's just speed it up. Something big is gonna happen, but the game is already so late now against this team comp that it doesn't even matter. So Dragon is spawning now. That's good. Back out and you get Vayne. Dragon is spawning. Kiana is base. Mordekaiser's top with TP. You are tanky enough to just walk up here, I think. This is good. Now you want to focus Drake because top lane is dying. That's fine. It's your thing anyways. Oof. Well, I would say this is kind of on brand. Like, Brand really doesn't have to push this right now. Like, this is kind of on brand. This is not really your fault, but we are also at a point in the game where, like, you kind of rely on your team. So she gets an inhib for fun. She dies, but she got 2 inhibs, and now Nash is up. I see how you guys lose this game. Nash is up and you have 2 inhibs. Smolder is doing some fucking cooking there. I actually kind of want to see that. This guy cooked, I'm not gonna lie. This guy's just an assassin. Team is fighting here. Kiana doesn't have ult. I don't think you guys really have an opportunity to just kill somebody here, but you could have maybe tried for Rel and forced him to walk back for Rel, but... Not much to do here, honestly. Again, I see your entire jungle is up, but you're like basically full builds, so it doesn't even matter. I wonder if you're building into Riftmaker right now. Well, honestly, this is also not on you. Somebody had to clear bot side, and we don't know if Branches dies to somebody split pushing. You know what? This is just one of these games where you can say, yes, your top laner is completely garbage, but there's also like, I have to put like a huge emphasis on jungle versus jungle here. You played jungle versus jungle in the first few minutes very bad again. And I think that's the reason why Kayn gets to exist in teamfights, and that might have swayed this game into a loss. Despite you having actually like a lot of kills, a lot of CS, right? You have good CS, good kills. You still made bad decisions in the early mid game. This is autopilot, for the most part. You know how to play Udi when you have your items, but it seems like you don't really understand what you actually have to do to consistently guarantee you getting items over the enemy. Like, yeah, guys, this is just like late game where like nothing even really matters anymore. Like, you can play fights correctly mechanically, but it doesn't really matter. You should not get to this point. So one thing you can take away from this is you play way too autopilot. Like, your first 10 minutes of the game are just bad. You always start chickens, it seems. You don't track the enemy jungler. You don't ping. You don't try to get like your items by taking enemy camps. Like, you don't put the enemy jungler behind. You don't take fights that you can take in a jungle. You don't force objectives when you should. This is like the main reason why you are struggling in Diamonds, to be honest. You play inefficiently and very autopilot. You don't like change your gameplay according to what's happening in the game. You just do the same thing every game, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's kind of like the story of Peter Phil, Diamond 4 EO West. No hate to you, brother. I have to say this again because my words might don't receive you in the way I want them to be received. I don't flame you. No, actually, let me backtrack. I do flame you, but I flame you. I destroy you in order for you to rebuild yourself and become better. You do a lot of good when you have items on Phoenix Studio. You take a lot of fights, you take a lot of good things, but a lot of the thing that makes you good right now is that Udi is really strong. AP Udi is really strong. If AP Udi wouldn't be strong, you would probably be looking at a 48 right now, or 47. I'm not gonna lie. And you would probably look at even more deaths, which are already way too many deaths. You're dicking around way too much. Way too much. You need to like clean up your gameplay. You're like walking topside. You're like ping-ponging between your camp and topside because you can't decide what play you want to do. The right play is always the guaranteed play, unless you have further information on the play that is topside and it becomes more guaranteed and more important. But you're just ping-ponging between your camps and what your team is pinging. Plus your early game is not good. And you could clean up your runes, definitely. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, like the video. Subscribing would be much appreciated. If you want to get your VODs reviewed for free, then join my Discord server and drop me your VOD on the VOD channel, and see you guys on the next one. Peace.